But your boss, Anthony Albanese, isn't. I mean, yesterday he was out there saying he wants to make climate change a hallmark of the ANZUS alliance with the US. I mean, Campbell, I fell off my chair, I reckon, when I saw that. China's threatening war against Taiwan, and we've got the Indo-Pacific in a lot of trouble. And the alternative Prime Minister wants to sit down and have a chinwag with Biden over climate change. God help us, I don't know how that works.
Well, I guess he's taking the cues, though, from the US president, who probably sees this in the same context. It's what a crazy world we're in. And the really important thing here now is we've actually got to build up our defences, and we've got to take greater responsibility for ourselves and having a really solid deterrent. Some of the things the government's done in the last year or announced are critically important, like for example, the long-range sort of missile program, if I can call it that. But we've got to accelerate things like the subs program as well. We can't rely on the United States necessarily when you've got those sort of things coming out of Washington. But as to this thing about climate change, we had the last election about climate change, and clearly the focus of Australians right now is on jobs and the real economy after this terrible pandemic.
Joel, I've got to ask you about, I mean, you've been in Parliament for 25 years, so you've seen the ebbs and flows of discourse and how we debate issues, or we get to the point now we don't debate them, we just cancel them. A lot of debate about how social media has changed politics in this country. ABC journalist Lee Sales, she's had a real go at left-wing, not right-wing, left-wing Twitter trolls. She posted an opinion piece on the broadcaster's website saying that it's overwhelmingly left-leaning Twitter users who are targeting ABC journalists for abuse. She goes on and says the most ferocious campaigns are reserved for any journalists who, in questions, even in the most anodyne manner, query the policies of Labor politicians. Have they come for you yet, Joel?
They come to me, Peter, on a regular basis, and I'll make a revelation on your program tonight. I throw the line out on a regular basis. I run a little contest. How many people can I have adversely reacting to my tweets? And that's sort of the measure. I was in a golf cart playing golf with my brother one day, and I picked up my phone and I had a bit of a chuckle to myself. And he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, just checking my Twitter responses, and I'm getting plenty of them." And he said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, they've been critical of something I posted earlier." He said, "That's really weird." He said, "So your measure of success is how many critics you have?" I said, "Absolutely, because it's Twitter." So I think those who are subject to bullying might just want to have a think about turning it around. By the way, my record is 1,000. I'm very proud of that.
Oh, well, good man. I haven't seen mine's a few more than that, but you are, well, we'll see. You're not Peter Cridland. Let's see what happens when you leave politics. You might be here on Sky News. Who knows? Joel Fitzgibbon, Campbell Newman, both of you, thank you for your time.